Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, March 5th slate of NBA and college basketball games. Yo, guys, this is future King Sanders here. I did just want to go ahead and say that we did have a minor setback with the editing. So today's going to be unedited, but tomorrow we will be back with just the traditional editing and stuff like that. But I still wanted to put out a video and stuff for you guys, so it'll just look a little bit different. Stay tuned. I think we have a fantastic slate, so I'm super excited to hop into it. First, I did just want to go ahead and say at the time of recording this video, we are less than 200 subscribers away from 5,000, and once we do end up hitting that, we will be doing a parlay giveaway. So I'm super excited about that, but I can't do that without your guys' help. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to our members here. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for giving such a small channel such a big chance. It truly does mean so much to me. So, another great day as of yesterday. Let's go ahead and recap it. We almost brought out the shades. We almost brought them out. We almost brought out the shades, almost brought out the brooms, whatever you want to call it. But the shades almost made an appearance because we went 3-1, and the only one we missed on finished right on the hook. It was very tough. It was very tough, and he almost got it, but one of his teammates missed a wide open shot towards the end, just to be able to miss it. But anyway, we'll get to that. So we had Detroit +4 versus Indiana. Like I said, Detroit's been playing really good basketball recently. Indiana kind of on the flip side of things, and despite it being a very, very close game, Detroit ended up pulling out the win, actually, just outright. So it ended up working out for us. Then we had Darius Garland over 19.5 points versus Philadelphia. Once again, that line was just so low. It was so disrespectful to a guy like Darius Garland. There's no reason that such a great scorer should have such a low points line. I mean, that's just free cash. So that one ended up hitting for us. And then we had Trae Young over 8.5 assists versus Washington. Finishes with 8 and misses, like, his teammates missed like so many open shots too. It really wasn't even his fault, and he didn't even do a whole lot of scoring tonight. So he really did a tremendous job of passing the rock too, and he just, his teammates just missed a couple shots. There's nothing we could do about it. And then we had our final play, St. Bonnie's -4 versus Richmond, and that one did end up working out for us. I loved that play, and I'm super glad I was able to take it. I absolutely love that play. So let's go ahead and dive into it today. I have 3 plays in the NBA, 1 play in college basketball. I may end up adding more, so make sure to follow me on Twitter. And so I may end up adding more. I'm not sure yet. I usually just do 4 plays per video, and then if I end up adding any, I put it on my Twitter, and I put it in the pinned comments. So let's go ahead and dive into it. First play of the day, Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets under 30.5 PRAs versus the San Antonio Spurs at -110 odds. Now, Miles Bridges hasn't really been the greatest recently, especially when it comes to padding the stat sheet. Wow, I don't know why it was so hard for me to read that. But he has actually gone under in 3 of his last 4 games. And when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs, recently, surprisingly, they haven't been a great defensive team for whatever reason. I know that they still have Greg Popovich, but for some reason, they just haven't been a great defensive team. But when it comes to the small forward position, that's where they've actually been really solid. They have allowed the 15th fewest points per game to opposing small forwards, and I know that that's nothing crazy. So he could definitely get it done in just scoring because Miles Bridges has those games where he just explodes. But they allow the 6th fewest rebounds per game to opposing small forwards, and they allow the 6th fewest assists per game to opposing small forwards. So they allow a decent amount of points. It's kind of, middle of the pack there, but then they don't allow a lot of rebounds, and they don't allow a lot of assists. I love our chances there with that. And if you look at his game log versus the Spurs, he's only hit the over twice in his entire career, and you're looking at 35, 7, 13, 23, 33, 18, and 15. So he has gone under in 5 of his last 7, which he's only played 7. Or no, yeah, 7, sorry. Couldn't count there for a second. But yeah, so he has hit the under in 7 of, or 5 of his 7 games, sorry. And the only 2 games that he did end up hitting the over, it's not like he crushed it. He ended with 33 and 35. So I definitely think that he could go under in this game. So that's going to be our first play of the day. Miles Bridges under 30.5 PRAs versus the San Antonio Spurs at minus 110 odds. Our next play of the day, we usually don't take a whole lot of over-unders, but this one we're taking. We're taking the Dallas Mavericks and the Sacramento Kings under 221.5 points at minus 110 odds. Dallas, they have been the kings of going under. All right, they have gone under in 7 of their last 11 games. They've gone under, and I know Sacramento recently they've been a much different team, especially with Sabonis on the floor. But surprisingly, they still have gone under in 3 of their last 4 games. So they have started to kind of pick it up on defense just a little bit. I can't really say that that's all Sabonis, but definitely something has changed with this team, and it looks like they're actually starting to try and play basketball again. And when it comes to Dallas at home this year, that's an under machine. They have went under in 74% of their games. They are 23-8 on the under this year. So I love our chances here. And when it comes to Dallas, they play at the slowest pace in the entire NBA. So I think that there are just so many different things that are pointing to Dallas or to the under here. So I absolutely love that play. Dallas and Sacramento under 221.5 minus 110 odds. Our next play of the day, we're taking the Lakers plus 5.5 versus the Golden State Warriors at minus 110 odds. And I know this is crazy. And if the Lakers end up getting blown out versus the Warriors, this is it. This is it for them. It's my last straw. I'm done betting on the Lakers, but I'm giving them a chance to redeem themselves. So we're taking the Lakers here plus 5.5, and here's why. The Warriors, surprisingly, have been an awful team recently. They have actually just covered in 1 of their last 11 games. So they've been really, really bad recently. And when it comes to the Warriors on the road this year, they're just 13-15-2 against the spread. So they're not covering more than they are covering, and I think that this is a great spot to take advantage of it. And when it comes to the Lakers, I know they've been bad too. Don't get me wrong, I know that the Lakers have been bad too. They've just covered in only 2 of their last 6 games, but following a loss, the Lakers are 18-16 against the spread following a loss. So I think that this is going to be a revenge spot here for the Lakers, and I think that they're going to be able to keep this game close. I can't say that they're going to win, but I do think that they're going to be able to keep it close. So that's going to be our third and final NBA play of the day. The Lakers plus 5.5 versus the Warriors minus 110 odds. And then for our college play of the day, we're taking Northern Iowa minus 4 versus Loyola Chicago. Now, Northern Iowa is red hot, absolutely red hot. They have covered in 3 of their last 4 games, and they have covered in 7 of their last 10. So they've been really, really solid at covering recently, and they did just end up beating Illinois State by 13 in the conference tournament in the first round of it anyway. And when it comes to neutral site games, Northern Iowa is 2-1 against the spread at neutral sites, and following a win this year, Northern Iowa is 10-7-1 against the spread following a win. And when it comes to Loyola Chicago, they haven't been, great. I know they did just come off of a pretty big win over Bradley, but Loyola has just covered in only 2 of their last 6 games. And following a win this year, they are 7-13-1 against the spread following a win this year. So I think that we see a bunch of value here for Northern Iowa, especially a absolutely red hot team. So that's going to be our fourth and final play of the day. Northern Iowa minus four versus Loyola Chicago. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. I want to be able to hit that by my birthday, which is March 13th. So hopefully we can do that. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. This is King Sanders signing out. Peace.